Hey, what's up, man?
You have that read for him that I can use?
Yeah, it's on the bottom of the today's
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking to Grammy-nominated singer, actor. Hey, listen, man, he's going to be performing on the Fantastic Voice 2025, October the 19th through the 26th out of New Orleans. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother Tyrese is in the building.
Honored to be back, man.
Man, thank you for joining us today, man. Are we really excited about the cruise? I'm going to be there. You're going to be there. We're going to have a good-ass time.
Yes, sir.
I know you're looking forward to it.
Oh, man, ain't nothing like it, man. I've been on there only one time, so being able to do this again is going to be crazy. It's a great lineup, too, which is always exciting, you know?
Yes, sir, man. And you're one of the artists that's keeping R&B music alive. So how do you feel about the stage of R&B music today?
I'm proud of it, man. You know, I've often said that if R&B was waiting on me, it would have died a long time ago, because I just don't get to the studio as often as I would anticipate at this juncture.
Right.
But you know, to see so many artists and to see so many artists who have opportunities that me and the Brat never had when we first got on. Like there was no such thing as a TikTok or uploading anything. To create a fan base or an audience, you would just hope that your gifts and your talent would have you to meet an A&R or an executive and put a demo on their lap and end up with an opportunity. So, you know, I've been saying lately, like, there is no such thing as being broke in 2025 when there's so many opportunities to get money that never existed when I was coming up. There was no Uber, no Lyft, no coins, it's like there's no such thing as not getting money. And most people are getting money from their phones, you know what I'm saying? Like, even that's crazy.
Right.
Hey Tyrese, let me jump in here. So from Fast and Furious to, of course, the legendary, iconic movie Baby Boy, which is just a hood classic, and the movie 1992, you are a great actor. I'm a big fan of your acting.
Thank you, sir.
I love seeing you in projects. Do you have any new projects that you might be working on right now?
You know, right now, I've been back in the studio.
That's what's up.
And,
Congratulations.
Thank you. Crazy. I just did a text chain on the elevator with B. Cox, John Tay, and JD.
There you go.
On the way up, asking them if they had some time, because I think I just cooked up probably the craziest record of my life. I can't tell y'all who I believe is going to be featuring, but it's going to be a collaboration that we miss.
Okay.
And it ain't with no new artist. But it's about to be something that's crazy, so I'm excited. I'm about to re-release my album Beautiful Pain, and doing it as a deluxe. The craziest thing is when I did Beautiful Pain, because I had never released a vinyl, I had no idea that a vinyl only has so much space on it, you know. Like a CD, you could put 20, you know, but a vinyl, literally, it's capped.
So how many songs are you trying to put on there?
Well, my last album, Beautiful Pain, was supposed to be a double album with 20 songs.
Okay.
And so I had to put 16.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I'm about to put it back out.
And we gonna get all of them.
And bump it up to 20 with a CD.
Okay.
It's gonna be good now.
Okay.
And do a couple.
A lot of babies going to be made.
Yeah.
You really don't miss. You being real humble right now, but bro, you don't miss when it comes to that music, bro. When you come out with it, you come out with it.
Right, but when dropping new music after you haven't dropped in a while, I know you get a little bit of anxiety. Do you get nervous still? I mean, tell us how you deal with anxiety.
I love that question because I know it's coming from a real place, from a real legend like you, and you my sister.
Absolutely.
To be honest with you, I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
That's crazy. I do.
Yeah, I knew where that question was coming from, because that is the anxiety. Most of us that's been in the game for 25, 30 years, we overthink. We looking at what's going on out here. We
Facts.
wondering how and do we still matter. But it's. I have to just tell y'all something without sounding away. I've never been irrelevant to me. I've
Right.
never not mattered to me. I've never not been that guy. And so there's
That's
so
special.
many people that will say, if they not checking for you, I'm not checking for me. If they not giving you love, I don't love me. And they kind of base their own confidence or the moves that they're making on what's going on. Literally, R&B should never wait on me.
Right.
I just hope that everybody keeps flying because the game's got to stay alive. But when I drop, I get in there, I really do the work. I really get in there like a mad scientist and try and feel it. And I know from deep in my soul that something just happened. And this is about to change things when it drops. And so I think this, what I would say to the legends out here is, we should be reminded of how special we are from Versus. When Versus went down, when you look at all of the tours right now that's happening, every artist that was featured on Versus has been touring since. None of the new artists was able to be a part of Versus because they got 3-4 songs.
Right.
And you at least needed to have 20 monsters to even be on.
So you got to be
Versus.
able to verse if you're on verses. You got to be able to verse.
Right.
You gotta have a body of
Come
work.
up in here with one joke.
Right.
You gotta give me. You gotta give me. You know, ain't no TikTok.
Right.
You gotta give me something.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's crazy. Like it was the first time in my generation that I ever witnessed all of these hot new, quote unquote relevant, top artists feeling like they're missing out on the most important moment in music because they literally could not be a part of it because they don't got 20 songs.
Right.
So now, Tyrese, you spoke earlier
the
about
mic, Gary.
Tyrese, you spoke earlier about being in the game for 20, 25 years.
Yeah.
So has you ever, has there ever been a moment that you ever considered about just getting out of the game, just walking away from entertainment?
I have, but I've done it only because, and I say this just being honest, a lot of artists rap, sing, whatever, people end up dropping music as often as they're dropping music because it's the only way they're gonna pay their bills.
Right.
So, it's one thing to get a house, it's another thing to keep it.
Right.
And most folks, most of us as black culture, we always live beyond our means. So when you got a song or 2 or 3, or you got a couple albums and it was on fire, your time feels like it came and went.
Right.
And so you have to keep dropping even if you ain't feeling it. It's just no way for you to survive and pay your
Consistency.
bills.
Yeah.
And so when I was able to pivot into making movies, and I was able to still survive and pay my bills, it allowed for me to really get back in the studio when I was feeling it. And most of us don't have that as a choice.
Now I got to drop this in there. I saw that picture of you and your daughter on the plane, and it brought tears to my eyes. That was so special. When y'all was on that plane, I promise you, I screenshot it. It's in my phone, and I just look to that for inspiration because I'm going through something, similar with my granddaughter. But when I tell you, man, that just did something to me, and I understand because I've been there. I know what that feels like. I get it. So
She at the house right now.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
You don't have to go into detail, but I just
No. She at the house right now, man. My baby Shayla. Crazy thing is, she's decided to go to college in Atlanta to be here with Dad, and I don't know, man. It's one of the things I would say to all fathers out there who's ever been through anything in the court system. when you are as present as you could possibly be, there's some love that will be in your son or your daughter's heart. That it does not matter what is said, what you're accused of, what you're dealing with, whatever picture they paint, they will never be able to carve you out of your daughter's heart.
Say it.
And, I praise God, man, that my daughter, I think of all things, as much as I've traveled, been around the world, been super busy, us as parents, we can feel like I'm not as present as I would love to be because your career and opportunities don't really provide that. But of all things I've ever accomplished, my daughter has never called me Tyrese. She refers to me as her father, and she called me Dad.
Yes, sir.
And that's it.
Yes, sir. Oh, that's deep, man.
Yeah, you gotta think about what he said in there.
Yeah.
You said something that
Yes,
all
sir.
us dads, we feel you on
Yes,
that.
sir.
We feel you, and we
Yes, sir.
happy
Yeah.
for you, man.
And that's
appreciate
good. And Tyrese, on a lighter note, have you spoke to Didi?
Wait, what?
Jerry, what?
Well, I mean, you could have spoke to him, and you could have seen
No.
him, but you hadn't seen nothing.
No, I haven't spoken to him.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
the hand is the hand is the
I'm
hand.
sure he's not hurting for people communicating with him.
Yeah, damn that question.
Can't take you nowhere.
It's all right. It's all right, man. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Man.
Thank you, Tyrese.
Let him live his best life.
You shut up.
With his family.
What? Wait up, what? What did he say?
Goddamn Wagwar hat.
And then, see, the real, how he really feels coming out. That time, it's okay, Gary. Let him live his life. Will the real Tyrese please stand up? And there he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, it was offensive.
He couldn't hold it.
We got company.
How much time should he
You
be
need that for
given?
breakfast?
How much time should he be put in jail for wearing that hat?
He definitely needs at least 3.5 months. With no visitation.
Oh my God. Tyrese matched
No
my
money on
shirt.
his books.
Company, you put that hat on.
Yeah, this matched my shirt.
It does. Unfortunately.
Okay, now to finish this interview.
Cancel culture is the greatest gift in the capacity of when you're marked, when God's got favor on your life, there is no such thing as being boxed out or shut out of anything. And if you just so happen to try and run back into that same door that you've been successful in, then the other version of not being canceled is God will create these pivots. And you just got to be smart enough to notice. But there is no such thing as canceled. And, me and a chosen few have been through some controversial things, have been through some things where you would say, oh man, it was a good run. And then God is up there laughing like, no, he's marked. That's mine right there. And there's nothing you can say or do to stop him from where he's destined to be and where he's destined to go. So, that's what I mean. Cancel culture is the internet. Cancel culture is people's thoughts and opinions in and around what you might be dealing with, what you might be carrying that happens to bleed out for the world to see, or even privately. But there is no such thing as being canceled when God's got your name on it.
I
Come
know
on
that's
now.
right. I know that's right.
Come
Well, I
on
know
now.
one place you destined to go, and that is the 2025 Fantastic Voyage.
That's
So
right.
you performing on that thing, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you excited about it?
I am.
You been on one before?
I've been on one before,
Yes.
and it was a crazy experience
Yes.
because it was like just being out on the water and experiencing
All those people on one accord.
and it's a world within a world.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like we really just out here in the middle of the ocean and
Partying.
Partying,
like, it's
celebrating.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's some grown and sexy energy on these Tom Joyner cruises. believe me.
Absolutely.
And let everybody know how they can follow you and how they can keep up with all of your projects.
So at Tyrese on all of my social media platforms, on Facebook /Tyrese. And I would love for y'all to own a piece of history. The most important thing I could say I've ever done musically and sonically is my album called Beautiful Pain. And if you go to Tyrese.tv, it'll be at your door tomorrow. It's a double album, double vinyl. If you're a window shopper, go to the website and look at how far I went to make this the most incredible pieces of art that you could ever have in your collection. If you're a vinyl collector, or even if you're not, when you look at this vinyl and you look at how far I went with designing it, and you listen to the album, even if you stream it, the musicality, Stevie Wonder, Lenny Kravitz, Kim Burrell,
Come on now.
Kenny G, produced by David Foster and my brother Brandon Bam Hodge. I got a song on there that I dedicated to my mother that y'all have played and heard called Wildflower. And it's the most important album I've ever done in my life, and I want you to own a piece of history. I did it independent, so while everybody else is coming up here trying to sell albums, it really means a lot to get real support. So go to Tyrese.tv and order it, and it'll be at your door in the morning.
There it is, man. Man, we love you, man. We appreciate you, man. Hey, it is a blessing to have been knowing you over 25, damn near 30 years,
My
even
God.
back from the Dub Bank morning show days.
Praise.
Yes, sir, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, love you, man, and thank you so much, man. Y'all give it up and show your love for the one and only Tyrese. Yeah! It's my morning show.